We finished the Tack Shooter testing, and so this is going to be the video on Saturday for you guys. I say that because I'm going on a trip for Disneyland, and I'm currently recording this a week and a half in advance. So I hope you took everything else well. I started the Druid because I felt like it, but if you have any other recommendations for towers you'd like me to test, feel free to leave a comment. I'll try to see it. Sometimes they go invisible, but if I see them, I'll try my best to test that tower. The Ring of Fire path now. This one was interesting because I needed to wait on the upgrade to pop the first wave of purples on wave 25 because it can't do that, but it also, I can't have that tower upgrade for the second wave of purples that comes later and normally lose by around that time. Other than that, the Ring of Fire actually does better than most of the other Tack Shooters because it has lead popping power. However, it does lose lives quicker in Easy and Impoppable for some reason, but Impoppable and Chimps are kind of weird waves, and I'll jump into that later. the Blade Mailstorm is extremely underused by me in all aspects. If I want a global attack ability, I'll use Middle Path Glue or Spike Factory Towers just to get that job done. It always seemed weird to me sacrificing the DPS upgrades of the top or bottom paths to get more range, even though that is something done in the earlier games, but despite all my doubts, this tower did surprisingly similarly to the Tack Zone, which you'll see in a bit. Also, another tidbit of information that I didn't remember, so I was surprised when it occurred, was the T5 upgrade can actually pop leads, and that is just something that blew my mind. And I wish we could have bought the very cheap upgrade of the T5 more often, because it's an overall good tower, but it's still worse than the other two, but it was fun to test. Tack Zone was one that you all wanted, so I did it before the Maelstrom, but it did very similarly to how the Maelstrom performed. However, it was able to get farther in some rounds, but it was nice and fun to be able to just set and forget it, and just fun to watch it play through. To get back into that issue about the impoppable testing, the Tack Zone and Ring of Fire flip-flopped their rounds in the first set of testing that I did. Luckily I do a second set of testing to record all of this content for you, which does mean I have played about 8,000 different rounds of Bloons Tower Defense 6 for you guys, but it's fine, and I actually really love doing it. but the Tack Zone and Ring of Fire testing buffered out, and so I'm just going to take the highest scores of all the recent content and sort of leave all the weirdness out. It's very strange, and if you saw what I saw and did what I did, you'd realize how strange it was, but overall it was pretty nice. And so we're just going to keep the highest number and hope everyone's happy. Stat read time. The Ring of Fire made it to round 22 in easy before losing lives. Lost on round 36 in standard easy, 37 in deflation, 33 in standard medium, 33 in reverse, 28 in apocalypse, 32 in standard hard, 16 in alternate balloon rounds, 22 in impoppable, 32 in double HP Moabs, 31 in half cash, 22 in chimps. The Blade Mailstorm lost lives on round 24 in easy, lost on round 30 in easy, 37 in deflation, 30 in standard medium, 30 in reverse, 22 in apocalypse, 28 in standard hard, 11 in alternate balloon rounds, 20 in apocalypse, 28 in double HP Moabs, 28 in half cash, and 20 in chimps. The Tack Zone lost lives on round 24 in easy, lost on round 30 in easy, 37 in deflation, 30 in standard medium, 30 in reverse, 26 in apocalypse, 28 in standard hard, 14 in alternate balloon rounds, 22 in impoppable, 28 in double HP Moabs, 28 in half cash, and 22 in chimps. The Ring of Fire got a total percentage of 40.95%. The Mailstorm got a total percentage of 36.67%, don't you dare. And the Tack Zone got a percentage of 37.98%. I did have to change up the percentage calculation because for whatever reason I was calculating that deflation only went till round 40, which is not true. If it was true, it would make the test a lot bigger, so the numbers sort of shuffled around. I'll read them off for you really quickly. Should not be too hard. Dart Monkey Juggernaut has a percentage now of 36.19. PMFC has a percentage of 32.38. And Crossbow Master has a percentage of 34.52. On the Boomerang Monkey, the Glaive Lord has a percentage of 43.57. The Turbo Charge has a percentage of 43.93. And the Moab Domination, or whatever his friggin' name is. Yeah, the Moab Domination got a percentage of 42.74%. The Bomb Tower, Balloon Crush, percentage changed to 33.10%. Moab Eliminator changed to 23.69%. And the Bomb Blitz changed to 25.83%. Have a nice day.